If you're an Ahri player, this video is an absolute gold mine for you because I'm going to be showcasing two of my best Ahri coaching sessions that I did this week with my students that cover all the Ahri fundamentals, how to win and actually carry games. If you have any questions, put it in the comments. Enjoy. So, give me a bit of background info about you, mate.
I've played a lot since season 4. I just hit Emerald. I've hit Diamond like a few years back.
Nice.
And I've been down in like Plat and Gold. I hit Diamond a few times as jungle. So like a year ago, I started learning mid. So
Okay.
yeah.
Great. And what can I help you with, man? What do you want to learn?
I've been struggling with laning phase, but honestly, I've been getting a lot better recently. But I feel like I'm sometimes unable to convert leads, and I really just feel like I need to win this game, and I'll make like really dumb mistakes, like
Okay.
to try to like carry a game.
Let's see what we're working with today, and yeah, we're just gonna have a crack, give you a learning objective at the end, and it's gonna be a great session. Okay.
Cool.
Beautiful, man. So since you're new, I always ask the question: have you watched the Ahri guide on the website?
I have, yeah.
Okay, I love a good study. That's good. So, what is your approach in the matchup? What do you want to do?
I want to get push, I feel like, against Ori. She has a lot of strong laning power, so I started Q level 1 to try to get the push.
Okay.
And then I want to play around like my ult roaming, because I can roam a lot better than she can. Skirmish.
Sure. I think it's good. Let's see how we do that. I fucking hate level 1 invades. Level 1 invades, flipping the game, so inconsistent.
Velvet.
I would tell her to just not do it, man. Fuck that shit. That could ruin my lane.
I normally don't move. This was a weird game for me.
Yep, that's good. Okay, let's see how we approach the lane here. I like your positioning away from the ball. Okay. So this is a pretty interesting position here, right? Because I think we're in a really good spot. She's level 1, we're level 2. So what I would do is I would actually step up a lot closer here to see if I could contest and do an auto-attack trade with auto-attack WQ.
Okay, yeah.
Because you got to keep in mind that trading moderately is good for you. Because of the fact that you're going to be playing for the push. And if you're going to be playing for the push, you can have an easy time resetting. So whenever you've got the push secured, don't all in just nuking the waves on cooldown. That way we're going to be playing extremely, extremely cautious. And that's a little bit too much. We want to not play like a bitch, so to say. We want to interact a little bit. Make sense?
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I have more sustain than her too, right?
Absolutely. But the key is the reset. The fact that you have push means you can reset first.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Now, whenever you reset as Ahri, first thing you want to always get is refillable potion. Because you're going to reset a lot. And the refill value is then really high. So I would do refillable potion and boots, which would make the value of your reset way better.
That makes sense.
Right. So we come in here in the lane again. Okay. I would really want to see some spells go into the Ori. That's a nice W. So yeah, a thing that I'm seeing is you're over pushing. Okay. You have the right ID, right? You studied up. You're a nice. You would get a 10 out of 10 for theory, but for practice, it doesn't fully align. Make sense now?
Yeah.
Okay, that's beautiful. I love that, man. This is great. I love to see this. The fact that you have intention and you try to do something, I really like to see. A few more shenanigans. I fucking hate this shit again. Our wave is in a really bad spot. Have you ever been on an airplane, Ryan?
Yeah.
Okay. You know, at the start of the airplane, there's these introduction videos or like the people from the crew that they do like the introduction, the safety measures. Always put on your own mask.
Yourself first.
Yes, exactly. Currently, we got no oxygen, dude. This wave state, no oxygen for us here.
Yeah, so there I would just want to shove that in first, probably, before moving.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Right. Okay, it worked out. So, you know, the coin flipped on the right side. That's good. And we take a nice little bit of a reset. So this is great. Boots are crucial. We're going to be resetting a lot. We need boots also to dodge out on this guy's spells. You need early boots.
Okay, so earlier, probably.
Yeah, I would get him very early.
Mana Crystal, probably, right? Or
Exactly.
I probably should have gotten that first back before the Dark Seal.
That's right. So, this is a good wave to push here. This is nice. We've got a lot of resources. And I'm really going to try to get high value spells right now. So I'm not going to like in this case, I think blindly pushing the wave is good because your team is currently making play on both sides. So this is coincidentally good. Yep. Yeah, not bad, dude. Great spell usage. Nice Q in the choke. This was phenomenal. This was a great hard push. Fantastic hard push. Okay. Yep, we look for a reset. Not too bad, dude. Hey, you said you struggled in the early lane, and I can see why you would maybe struggle, but I don't really see the struggle here. I think this is fine. Now, this is where the game gets very interesting, Ryan. What do we want to do right now as Ahri? What's on our mind here?
So it looks like grubs are up. I think I'm probably thinking about dragon. And I probably want to wait for my ult cooldown, get wave control, and play off my ult.
Perfect. I love that. Exactly. Wait for our ult, then play with jungle. Because where our jungle is usually where we get the number advantage. And that makes it a very favorable place to play. That was a beautiful trade, dude. Love that one. We get the plate. We have our ult now up. So this is the point where I think if you want to push the waves, this is the point where I'm like, sure, totally fine. Just nuke the waves. I'm fine with that. But in the early game, you want to be a little bit more careful with that. Because you also don't push that fast, you know?
Yeah.
Okay. Not too bad. That was a beautiful engage play, allowing you to secure the grubbies. Well played. Hey, this far, I really like what I'm seeing, dude. Very, very nice stuff.
Yeah, I think I end up, or like, at least we end up throwing pretty hard, and we lose this pretty bad, actually.
All right, that's a great game to review then.
Yeah.
So, what's on your mind right now? I think this is a pretty important time to ask.
I probably want to, so I don't have my ward up, but I want to start looking for the dragon play here.
Dragon. I love it.
I don't have ult. I need to be careful, but probably can get away with it.
Yeah, you're spot on. We want to play Drake. So what we do is we wait for our ult and then we play Drake, right? Because the dragon is nice, but it's mainly the fight that we want to like aim for. That's the goal.
Yeah, or his mana's low too, so I can probably lock her under tower.
What I would do is actually reset, funnily enough.
Oh, okay. For my full item, right?
And why is it such an important one to reset for the full item? You don't have to, but it's what I would do. And the reason why that's the
cooldown.
Well, I don't really care about the ult cooldown. I care about this potential fight at Drake. Okay? My goal is to make the fights go as favorable as possible. I want to leave little chance for us to lose the fight. So any bit of percentage that I can take that increases the chance of us winning this fight, I'm doing it. And a first key item spike is a pretty big fucking spike. Besides that, if you pressure up right now without ult, without flash, and your team is fully on downtime, you can die to gank, correct?
Yeah.
Spot on, man. Beautiful. We gotta investigate this a little bit. So,
yeah.
we gotta talk about a bit of a fundamental, all right? And that fundamental is space in the lane. It sounds really fucking complicated. Trust me, it's not. All you need to do is you need to understand that the earlier you are in the wave, or in the lane, the earlier you can access the wave. It's space, right? If you stand right here versus right here, it's simply like 2-second difference in how fast you can clear the wave. So my goal as Ahri is to be there in the lane as early as possible, so we can also move as early as possible. What we identify in this particular sequence here is we nuke this minion wave, right? And after nuking the minion wave, we are not direct with our movements. Now what I would do here probably is I would instantly move into bot, because my Belvav is currently ganking bot. So if we move instantly into bot, then we could potentially make a number advantage play with the Belvav gank as well.
Yeah,
okay?
Makes sense.
Now, regardless, if you don't move bot, if you decide, hey, I don't want to move bot yet, then what you need to do is you need to be instantly on mid right here when the wave comes in, so you can push it. Because what happens where you don't, you're now on a neutral wave state where you don't have the space in the lane, and Orianna can now contest you because Orianna is a damn strong trader, even though that you're ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, so you see this next wave, you're late to the play again, and because of that, it's hard for you to get in Q range and instantly one-shot the minions without Orianna being able to one-shot you. And that's why this feels so awkward.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Fantastic. We got Malignus now, which is beautiful. Dragon is still up. What do you think here? What do you think you should do?
Probably look for deep vision, set up for the drag. I don't have ult though, so probably not looking to fight.
Exactly.
Or maybe I should, yeah, okay.
What about you here, right? We're the fucking carry at the moment. It's about us right now. Okay? So it's fine if Belvav wants to sneak this dragon alone, but I'm not fighting shit right now. Okay, I don't have ult. So I'm never moving in with her here, because there's a new wave that we need to attend to first. I would first push out this wave, and then I could potentially hover.
Okay,
we don't want to
that makes
lose this
sense.
prio if not necessary. Now, how nice that it actually works out. That's the crazy thing, right? It works out too.
Yeah. This was a fiesta.
All right, then. Don't be shy to fish for charms in situations like this. When you've pushed out the wave state, the best way you can go about it is just fish for a charm. If the charm lands, we can queue. If the charm doesn't land, we'll just chill.
Okay.
So this is, look how good this position here is in the lane, right? If you don't use your Q right this, but you wait a second or two, so you hit the other creeps as well, then this wave is taken so much faster, and you can instantly move potentially into bolt or whatever you want to do. You got more time to move. The faster you push the wave, the more time you have to move. Great. What's next?
Probably play for a tower or something. This is like a weird spot in the game. Look for kills with my ultimate.
What I would do here is play for Rift.
Okay.
Rift's the next neutral objective.
Yeah.
Even if it's not Belvev, it doesn't matter. It's just about the Rift itself. The Rift is a fight magnet, okay? What we're looking for skirmishes as Ahri. We're a very strong skirmisher with our ult.
Okay.
So we're looking for these type of fights, and where they're going to happen usually around neutrals. So that's exactly what I would keep my eyes on right now, is how can we set up the Rift the best possible way. Now, the way that I would do that is by swapping up the lane assignments with bot lane. Usually around minute 14 is when we want to swap up the lanes, because that's when everyone has the quest completed. We're very close to it in this case. And what I would then want to do is send my Ashley and Soraka to mid so we can get vision around mid, which is better than vision around bot. And we, as a level 11 Ahri, are going to be able to just do whatever we want anyway on bot lane. And if there's 2 people bot, great. My team is now 4v3 on top side. We will never die because we're strong. And if Milio moves up, we get prio into Draven and we can always shove and move. So swapping up is good. Now, that's one thing I would do. Another thing that I see here in this particular position is I want you to look at what you do with your tempo, all right? Let's just take a look at what you do with your tempo. You push out the wave at 58. Great. Now let's see what we do afterwards. Okay, we get the plate at 01. At 01, we get the plate. We reset at 11. And now when we're basing, the next wave is already here, right? Because we took so much time by taking this plate. So what you need to do is you need to take another wave here. Because if you can't take another wave here, you're going to miss so many minions before you get back. You see how many minions you dropped here? 3 melees. That's not necessary. Make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. So one of the key things that I see in your gameplay is that you're not aware of the new wave coming in all the time. You're not aware that after you push out a wave, you need to be snap decision making, okay? There is no spaghetti moving. You do one thing and you do one thing only and then you do the next play because you don't have enough time. So wave, one play, either reset a plate or whatever. Wave, one play, wave, one play. You don't have time for more stuff. Okay?
Makes sense, yeah.
Gotta be faster, dude. Great stuff. Another thing I see in your gameplay, right, is that during the game, I am not so sure how aware you are of the neutral objectives.
Yeah, I feel like Herald, I have no idea about it. I feel like I never play for Herald, so I never even thought about that.
Okay, that's fine. The Herald itself isn't like the most shining or dashing objective. It's just the fight that we like. It's just an opportunity to create good quality fight.
That makes sense, yeah.
Great. A bit of a habit I want you to fall into is that every single time that you run from base, this is your time to really think about the game, right? It's your time to press tab. It's your time to ask yourself questions, activate your brain. And what I want you to do, Ryan, is ask yourself the question what the next neutral objective is so you can find and pre-plan your next skirmish around it.
Cool, that makes sense.
Okay. Looks like we get our ult blown in the lane here. That's never pretty.
Nope.
So we got to then figure out why that's the case. We do a bit of good dodge, sloppy Q. Because of that sloppy Q, that caster main is now alive. And because the caster main is alive, you step up and you get ulted. And now we trade ult for ult, which is never worth because you're bound to her ult, while Orianna is less bound to her ult. So this is worse for you. Make sense?
Yeah, so I just want my Qs to make sure they're like fully clearing the waves.
Absolutely.
Is that cool? Yeah, I think I stopped respecting her and not respecting her cooldowns.
Yeah, so like I said, minute 14, swap up the lanes whenever you can. We don't really like to fight. Great stuff. We get chunked. Time to swap up the lanes. I would go bot again. And then see if we can play Drake. Okay, now this is a pretty creative play, actually. Pretty well executed mechanically as well. Great stuff. This ult is fine, because we can get our ult back up for Drake again. So I think you smurfed this. This is well done. Good reset. Oh, okay. So, let's talk about this position, right? You just pushed out the wave, you got the turret, you have no R, reset time. You want to, as Ahri, reset at times where you don't have R, because then whenever you do have R, you're back up on the map and you're ready to play. Make sense?
That makes sense, yeah.
So if you reset with your R on up, you're wasting time of uptime. So this is a position where you got a lot of money. It's time for you to reset and instantly swap up the lane assignments. And then I would ping Dragon to make sure that our team is aware of the position as well.
And I should probably head bot.
I love heading bot, dude. Heading bot's fantastic. Then Ashe can take over mid, and then we could take that bot lane wave right there. See that wave dies to the turret? That's our wave.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
That's pretty bad.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
It's a lot of
I'm
money,
cringing
man.
at it right now. That's so much XP and stuff.
Are you cringing at it?
Yeah, because we just left so much gold and XP under that tower. I didn't realize I was doing that.
That's okay, man. Don't worry about it. That happens to the best of us. You have no idea how many waves I lost in my lifetime. No, this is fantastic, dude. Because now you understand what this decision speed makes a difference, right? Because the speed of your decision making is going to allow you to get extra farm, be faster at plays. 1 second can sometimes be the difference maker between you winning or losing a team fight.
Yeah, I feel like I never understood tempo as a mid laner till right now. Like, I understood it as a jungler about like the efficiency.
Yeah.
And for some reason, it just didn't connect with the minion waves like that.
Makes sense. And do you have a better idea around it right now? Do you have any questions regarding it?
I don't think so.
Okay, great. That means that means I'm doing my job correctly. Great stuff. So, by also resetting a little bit later, what you identify is that now at Dragon spawn timer, it's a bit of an awkward position here. In an ideal world, if the stars align, the best quality position that you can have is a pushed out wave state. Because then you force people to respond to the wave state, otherwise they lose the minions. While the Dragon then spawns, you can then be in a position where you can create advantageous fights. And in the end, that's all what it's about in Ahri.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I think this is where we throw the game too. So now I'm seeing how that reset messed us up, or the lack of my reset.
So you see the thing that I mentioned us to potentially do, where we force people to respond to waves and then move Drake? That's kind of what they did to you on mid. Your Ashe is pinned, dude. She's done.
Yeah. Okay.
And what we're now finding is that we're taking a fight that is not going to be looking too good for you, because Ashe can't join in. Soraka is almost dead. We lost the area control, and Quinn is late and getting smacked by the Xin Zhao. So this fight is just not fightable right here. We need to identify that this fight's not playable and instantly call this off and play and push into the top side.
Yeah.
Okay? Because in the end, it's not about the neutral. The neutral is nice. It's great. I fucking love the neutral, dude. But in the end, it's about the fight. The fight is what matters.
That makes sense, yeah.
Okay, so we identify right here. What's next?
Honestly, I have no... Probably just... Yeah, I don't really know. Just wait for my R cooldown.
Okay, deployment. We're in a deployment right now. Steps in the deployment. Number 1, press tab. That's exactly what you're doing. Now we're going to gather information from this tab. The number 1 key question in the game that we got to ask ourselves every single time we deploy: what's the next objective? What is it?
Baron's up in 1
Exactly.
minute.
This Baron is going to dictate the way that we play the macro, okay? So this Baron right here, what are we going to do about it? If we go bot, are we then ready to play Baron?
I can push out... I mean, maybe if we can push out bot wave.
Okay, maybe. I see one
Quinn
problem.
has TP. So
Yes.
maybe send Quinn bot?
There we go, mate. That is the mindset. We send Quinn bot and we go top lane right here. What I would do is I would go through mid into top side and send Quinn to bot. That's what I would do. So that if a Baron fight happens, Quinn can instantly move with his ult or with his TP. Because what's happening right now is you are playing the game on bot, but your team is playing the game on top and you're completely desynced. And Orianna now TPs in, your team gets completely fucking wiped. And your 5-0 Ahri, which you worked so hard for, completely desynced from the team because the lane assignments weren't correct.
Yeah, well, I didn't think about that.
So this is on you.
Yeah.
And that's good, because if it's on you, that means that you can improve and change it.
Yeah, I was so confused how this game just fell apart so quickly.
Now it all makes sense, huh?
Yeah, I'm seeing the dominoes.
I love it, dude. Great to hear. Now, for you specifically, right? Because this play wraps up the game and the review.
Yeah.
Specific thing that I want you to work on. Your number one learning objective is going to be to ask yourself the question in every single deployment, what the next neutral objective is, and I want to see pings in chat. Not only do I want you to recognize it, I also want you to ping it so you and your team is aware of it. And that way you can play as a team. And in the end, it's a team game, you know?
Yeah.
That's going to help the coordination, and it's going to give you a bit of a starting sense of macro. So everything in the game revolves around neutral objectives. That's where I want you to put your focus. Okay?
Okay.
Good. In the review, I want you to go over fights. Like, I want you to take 1 or 2 fights in the review that were lost. And I want you to break those fights down to the micro-macro framework. Now, since you're new, you've probably never heard of the micro-macro framework. Good thing that we got a nice little website with resources here. And one of my favorite resources is a Reviewing 101 article. On the bottom right here, we talk about the micro-macro framework, in which that we go over how to review these type of fights. Now, with you need to ask yourself the question, basically, how could I have dealt more damage in the fight, aka micro, and was it a smart fight to take whenever you lose fights? You got to figure out what the key reasons are that you did not win the fight. And that way you can then visualize it, store it in your brain. And you do this over 60, 70, 80 fights. And you're then going to start seeing the patterns, and then you can start avoiding the bad fights.
Okay.
Any questions about your learning objective?
I don't think so, no.
Great. Give this a go to 3 to 4 weeks. And then in 3 to 4 weeks, come back with a new game, average game again. And once again, we are going to go double check this macro from you, this macro basics, but we're also going to then probably talk a little bit more about the laning phase, about your ability usage, and we're just going to do it step by step. And that way you're going to be able to focus on a specific thing, have a specific learning goal, build habits that actually last instead of forgetting all your stuff after a week.
Cool. That sounds good.
Amazing, man. If you have any questions in between, don't be shy to let me know, or chuck a question in the VOD questions channel or the Ask a Mentor channel, okay?
Cool. Thank you.
Awesome, mate. Good luck in your games.
I don't know. I was D170. I've been getting up there a couple times.
Okay.
And right now I'm down to Diamond 4 at the top of Diamond 4.
Yep.
I don't think this is a great game, honestly, to review.
Okay.
Because I'm playing like pretty low intensity or just less than I'm. It's definitely not my highest capability. But yeah, I think I trade my first 3 deaths are for assists to my teammates. So like, I don't think I'm impactful enough, and I also let Echo kind of get away with what he wants to at the start of this laning phase.
Okay.
So I kind of want to like blank slate, just see what you want me to work on, but I'm also kind of conflicted because this isn't really how I play a lot of the time. So I don't know.
We're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. Great, man. So let's just start with your general hypothesis. What's the key thing that we want to do here as Ahri?
I don't want to die or take bad trades into Echo early, and I kind of want to get him to have a bad first base. And then there's a lot of CC on my team, so I kind of just want to be on Shen's side, not worry too much about like hard winning lane, and just get good charms, I guess.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So main thing, this is a very classical Ahri matchup, right? In the sense that we're just going to play towards our reference points. We're going to look to try to get towards our wave breakpoint and our ult, and then we're going to look to skirmish around the map. Super classic. Now, of course, since it's a meta matchup, I like that you take bone plating into Echo. It's pretty hard for him to play. And what we identify also with Echo is that with bone plating and us taking W level 1, we're in a position where we can kite his turret out attack and have a good trade. Now, one thing I see is that you're struggling a little bit with layering these minions here level 1.
Yeah.
Sucks. I'm not going to go too deep on it. That's fine. Okay, we're in a pretty happy wave state here. Really beautiful wave state. We can grab level 2 real soon. So on the level 2, don't be shy to step up a little bit. He's not going to be able to take the level 2 yet. So I would like some...
Halo Blades. Oh, it scares me.
That's okay, man. Level 2?
True.
Okay. Yep. And that's a pretty good... I like your E level 2 into W to run away. This was good quality ability usage. I like it a lot. Okay. He's thinning out the wave. After he uses his Q, make sure to step up because he's got very little firepower left. So this is your time where you can maybe go for a high value W killing this creep and hitting Echo.
Right.
That is a nice Q. I like that. Great high value Q. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So, very interesting position here, right? This is a pretty good spot from the Echo where he uses his W. Now, few key things to note. I think number one, we missed a little bit of a warning window. Let's see when that was a good option. I think right now, after this minion, you want to kill this minion on the top side and then move into the top side to get a nice little ward.
Right.
Because your Shen is clearing there. And then a key thing you can do whenever you're in a position like this, where he uses his W, is you gotta just move the fuck away from where you're at right now.
Yeah.
Okay? Because this is where you're at, and the moment you see him cast his W, just run diagonally in the direction. And try to make it unpredictable of where you're gonna go, because he needs to make a prediction like this. There's a massive time delay. And as you can see, his W exactly spot on where you were.
Yeah, he got me there.
He
I
did
don't
get
think
you.
I was thinking about. I think this started with me not thinking all about when he was going to hit level 3, which I definitely need to be doing against an assassin.
Hmm.
And I think I was super focused on the minions. So, yeah, I guess should I be focusing less on last hitting in assassin matchups at this point in the game, and just like really focus on how the trades are going to go, or like where should I be putting my mental energy if I don't have all of it?
I wish it were that easy, dude. I wish it were that easy. The way that you want to go about it is you want to just spot the trends in what the Echo is doing. You got to put emphasis on both. You can't do one or the other.
Mhm.
And the key way that we look at this type of position is just, if you take a bad trade like that, try to solve it and try to figure out what the key pieces of information are that lead to his trade being so obvious. And in this case, it's just how does his W interact? In my mind, somewhere in my habits, I don't know exactly, the moment I play into Echo and he presses his W, I'm swapping up my movement. Right? I'm not even thinking about it. It's just, I hear the audio cue, bam, move different direction.
Makes sense.
Okay, that was a pretty good cue. This is really unfortunate that he gets the wave out in this point. Like, this is the worst wave state ever to get shoved in upon, because the next wave is a cannon. So if he resets, this is like godlike for him. You cannot let him crash here, mate.
Mm-hmm. This happens to me a
Impossible.
lot.
Wave 5?
I played Victor too.
Yeah.
Sorry, I play Victor as well, and I always get in this position where I have a good wave state and I want to punish the enemy, and I don't have enough push to fight back on their push or punish them, and I feel like over and over again they get a base that they shouldn't get against me.
Yeah. Great. In that case, you can either look at your trades or you can look at how you manage the waves, right? And I think in this case, you could have simply held it because he's in kill range. He's really simply in kill range. And look what he did. He used his W and his Q to get out of the wave state. So all we need to do is just drag it. Now, there's a small problem. We don't know which side to drag it on because we don't know where the enemy jungle is. Because we had no vision. Exactly. So it's kind of this puzzle that needs to all fit together. Will it work out? And if it doesn't fit together, it won't work out. And then you might run the risk of it backfiring. Okay, a little bit of shenanigans here. All right, pretty good. I'll probably move up and insta-press the reset button. You can't come back to mid, unfortunately.
We will see that too.
Yeah, you're going to get blasted by him, huh? Oh, that's a brutal death, dude. That's a brutal one. Okay, I like your itemization. This is quite good. Yeah, I think he's inting. Where did our charm go? He charmed him in. Yeah, crazy. It's unlucky. I would not expect him to do that. It's okay. All right, he uses his Q, step up right now. He uses Q, 9, at least level 5, 8 seconds cooldown. You can step up and pressure both these creeps after he uses his Q like this. He's forced to use his W, but he just used it to trade onto you, so he doesn't have it, so he's forced to lose creeps. Otherwise, he's going to get a massive trade onto his face.
Without bone plating up, do I expect to just win the trade anyways if he's onto me with Hailed Blades?
Yeah.
Since he doesn't have Q? Okay.
Correct.
I get really I guess I've been conditioned that like I'll always lose those trades, and so maybe I just need to take more of them and then like test the limits more, I guess. But I'm just always thinking that that'll be bad for me, and then he'll get another good base.
Okay, yeah, just think about it, right? Because Echo is a champ that puts points in his Q. He doesn't put points in his E.
Mm-hmm.
So if he uses his Q in the early game, a big part of his firepower is actually gone. And the Q is where most of the amount of damage comes from. Plus, it's the slowing spell, where if he hits the E plus Q onto you, he then gets the out attack because you're slowed. But if he doesn't have his Q, he can't slow you. And you're then in a position where you can kite him and even prevent him to get his third out attack.
Gotcha, yeah. Makes sense.
Q is the key. Okay, we nuke this wave into a reset. That is a pretty rough reset here. Probably worth staying an extra wave and then setting up your reset afterwards. So is there a way that we could have played this previous sequence better? Yep. We should probably just hold the wave again. Instead of giving him the free reset, you should hold the wave again.
Makes sense.
Okay. So yeah, the reason you're struggling in lane is mainly because you're just giving him free bases and you're not holding waves. When you need to force him to run it in, and otherwise he's going to get held upon, and he loses 3 melees of the first creep, of the next creep wave. Now this is pretty awkward, the fact that he gets first move. What the hell?
I failed my third R there. I think he's dead otherwise.
Okay, this is 100% a way to play this better. Well, I think the biggest problem is your W usage. Look at what you did to your W here, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is what I see with a lot of Ahri players, by the way. They use W before the fight. Now, it's okay if you can get it back up on time, but what we see is the fight engages, you don't have W. If you have W here, it's a much better position. Besides that, I also think you rush, right? I think that you're currently in a position where you don't need to rush because this guy needs to still make a direction. He's either going to keep running into you or he's going to run away. If he runs away, we take that route.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. We got a lost chapter. We still don't have tier 1 boots. That sucks a bit. It's probably worth standing in base for a little bit longer to get the boots. What's going through your mind right now? What do you want to do?
Well, the dragon's up, so I mean, I kind of am in survival mode against this Echo, I feel like, at this point, but I'm definitely wanting to at least match him on the waves or be right after him and then try to get to the dragon. But Shen's going top, so probably grubs.
Okay.
The same idea.
The big reason you're struggling in this matchup, mate, is because you're just blowing out charms like this. Or on the minions. And every single time you use your charm, this guy is going like beelining at you. Like instantly, bam. It's like a honey towards bee, dude. Instantly. Boom. And then he's getting these trades. Because you can counter that with charm, of course. See, it doesn't go onto you here. Because you keep your charm up. You can't really do much. Okay, we take a bit of reset. I like that reset onto the cannon. We can now look to hard push the wave. That one's a hard wave to hold. We don't really have to hold it as well. We can hard push this and now make a play with R potentially. This is great. I love this. This is a great macro here. Fantastic job. Yep, you can now take over bot and Vayne can be sent back to mid. It's fine. We take over bot here. You should push one more wave. Vayne should always go mid here. You can take one more wave. This one's yours.
Okay.
This one's Vayne's. You can swap back after.
I have ult. Okay, so I should be, is it okay even if somebody comes and I do burn my R? Should that be my thought process? Is it's okay if I need to burn my R to leave the turret?
Yes.
Or am I just taking the wave and running?
Yeah, we are taking the wave and running, but worst case scenario, if we are, it's still fine because it's a large amount of minions that we're otherwise missing, right? Just look at the amount of minions we're just generally missing. And Prio, we don't have a single pushed out wave state. Otherwise, you guys have to push, force people to respond. You can play more in your own terms.
Right.
Thankfully, Trash held it. The code Trash. We swapped the sweeper. Look, I think we swapped the sweeper a little bit early. I would stick on yellow water a little bit longer.
Okay.
Make a bit of a roam play to bot. But our jungler's not here.
Is the swap early just because we're still in like laning phase a little too? Do I need level 11 or what should be my queue to swap?
Yeah, look, I usually start swapping when I'm actively looking to like not play side anymore.
Okay.
So I'm a big fan, especially with these new Fey lights. I fucking love staying on a longer time of Yellow Ward.
I'll try that.
Try it out. Okay. Bit of a fight happening here with the Zek around, which is good. It's a good play with the Zek. Unfortunately, the boys on bot die. Zek kind of smurfed this. And we take a fight without our ult, which...
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So what are we seeing here? Okay, we're seeing a few key things. I think... Look, I'm also not a big fan of the Mercs yet. I think it's too early. I think a null magic is fine. Mercs is too early. You don't get much value from tenacity. You're quite weak right now. But I see a few issues in regards to some of our trading patterns, some fundamentals in regards to preventing Echo from resetting, holding waves, a little bit of wave management, how to contest Echo whenever he has no Q, bit of matchup understanding. But also this really showed me a classic Ahri reference point that we missed. No R means no fucking fighting. You watch Peaky Blinders?
I haven't. I've seen clips though.
So you've seen the clips?
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. I love that. Great. Let's assess here. See if you paid attention in the previous review. What do you want to do?
Oh, Baron's coming up. I see that Zach doesn't have TP and I do, so I probably want to be across from Baron. So I would like to get into bot, I think.
Okay. You got a right ID. It's Harold, but you're 100% spot on.
Last time it was Baron.
Last time it was Baron. Yes, exactly. We want to get into bot side eventually. So what we can do is we can just nicely deploy through mid, push out the mid wave, and instantly move bot here. Take over bot lane wave while Vayne is dead. Vayne can then instantly shift mid after we take over bot. Okay, this was a pretty tough sequence here. This lost you a lot of control in this game, this sequence. Now, we got to start with the beginning. Were we aware of Harold?
Probably not.
Beautiful. That's fantastic. Were we aware of the fact that we want to swap lane assignments up at around minute 14?
That I do feel more comfortable about, yes.
Okay,
I
great.
think I probably would have blindly gone to the lane without one of my side laners in it.
Mm-hmm.
I think I ignore the top side objectives, but I'm really good with dragons. But yeah, I think that I would probably just go around 14 minutes whenever I get my boot upgrade, largely to whichever side lane needs the minions cleared.
Fantastic. Okay, great. Yeah, I think it's a little bit of overwhelm maybe here what we're experiencing because of the matchup. You seem like you're getting bogged down in the 1v1 by the Echo, and you're struggling to get consistent prio, you're struggling to get consistent control. We look a bit scared even.
Mm-hmm. I think I have no willingness to take trades. Think I'm just going to lose them all, even if I have charm up, which probably is not the right idea.
Correct. I'd like you to contest a bit more. Okay, we're moving bot here. This game does look like a tough nut one. Oof. We deal no damage actually. Let's take a look at how we... That's a great hook from the trash. Oh, brutal. Yeah, so I think that we could look at micro here, but I honestly don't think it matters. I think that this entire sequence was just a little bit awkward in the macro department. We're versing off against a level 11 Lilia, which is next level strong here. It's just 2 items, dude. 10 Dark Shield stacks. I don't think we ever win. I think we got really lucky that she even did this. But fuck me, this game looks unwinnable.
Yeah.
You guys also have no champs that can deal with the Lilia. It's really hard to land your skill shots on her. Vayne is too weak. Thresh sucks ass. Shen is one of the worst champs into Lilia because you just get skied. Oh my, Zach. You brought me as a banger today. It's good though, especially given the previous context that you've given me. I see some stuff to really to crack down upon.
Good.
One of the most important things that I think should be something that we should strive towards, especially in our conditions, right? Is to take a little bit more control of the game with communication, with intention around neutrals, and also the willingness to contest. What I have the feeling when I look at you play, I have the feeling like you're scared of losing instead of courageous of trying to learn and win. How
Definitely.
Correct is it?
Definitely, very true. With so much LP lost and so much desperation the last week, I think I'm trying to survive.
Right. I can see that. You're playing indeed with the trying to survive mindset. I can feel it through the screen by watching it. And why can I feel it? Because I've been there so often myself as well. I've been, especially the first few times, especially the first time that I got remotely close to Challenger, which of course, whenever you're playing League and your first time getting close to Challenger, it's a kid's dream, you know?
Yeah.
Shit just starts you get sweaty hands when you queue up. You know, every single game you look at the OPGG before you queue up. Back in the days, we still had Champion Select, which was not anonymous. So you could see your teammates. I was looking up all the teammates. I was seeing if we had any problems in the team. It was very external based. And that's okay. You learn from it. But it means I also really struggle breaking through those plateaus because I'm not focusing on the right things. And a really funny story, actually, when I was playing tennis. I used to be a tennis player back in the days. I was playing a tournament, and in the tournament, I was in the semifinals. And in the semifinals, I played versus a guy that I beat that year already like 2 or 3 times, and I don't think I've ever lost to him, that guy. And therefore, during the game, I got in with confidence. Starting with games, I'm going to win. Now, guess what happened? I got 1 set down. And from that point, I started playing like a little bitch because I thought, hey, this should be winning. And my dad said to me, and I'll always remember this, right? I don't care if you win or lose, right? What I care is that you play with courage. And I started playing with courage. I don't think I dropped a single game anymore versus that guy and instantly won.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's just amazing. So that's kind of the mindset shift that we're going to need to make. I want you to lose the game. Just lose 3 games in a row now. Just lose the next 3 games. Try and see if you can. All right? Just be okay with losing, okay? And until we're not okay with losing, Zach, we will also never reach our goal. At least it's going to be slow. So the number one, like I also said in the response that I gave you in the DM, right? The number one goal for us right now is to have a bit of a mindset shift, okay? So what does that mean? I want you to actively contest lane control. If you lose lane control by losing control of the waves or the trades, fine. Happens to the best of us, you know? But this is something that we then need to identify in the review. How comes we lost lane control? How could we have gotten lane control by either using our spells differently in the matchup, by either managing the waves differently? The moment you feel like you lose control, you slip out of your control, that's the stuff that you need to investigate. Okay? Because if we can't get that consistently as Ahri, game's going to not feel that nice. It's basically the biggest strength of our champion. Look, I would personally also play with Ignite. Mm-hmm. I think that's it gives you insane kill threat. Very powerful. Okay, so that's one thing. In a review, right? Whenever you lose lane control, figure out why that's the case. Look specifically at the trades and the wave states. And if the enemy gets a reset off without you being able to match the reset, see if you could have done anything different there. So that's a reviewing learning objective. During the game, right? Actively play with courage. Be okay with losing the game. But what I want to really see is I want you to make active decisions around neutrals. So whenever the next neutral of the objective is spawning, like for example the dragon or the rift, right? Can we fight for it, yes or no? If the answer to the question is no, great, fantastic, trade it off, right? Push out sidewave, ask for hover, trade for T1, or dive him. If you can fight, set it up for yourself, right? Make sure that you and your team are ready to play at the neutral objective by fixing up the lane assignments. And these neutral objectives are the cornerstone of macro. If you want to be making the right decision in the game, you need to be gathering the information and you need to make decisions around that information, around the neutrals, to get consistent results.
Makes sense.
Any questions for me?
I don't think so. This was super helpful.
Any other specific questions from this game?
No, I think after the 3rd death, yeah, or maybe even the 2nd, I just did not have enough power to make up for the deficit. Mm-hmm. So I think I'm good.
Great. To help you out with your specific part of the climb, right, is if you ever find your position where you lose lane control, or there's a play where the enemy moves to a play before you, and you're not quite sure how to figure it out in the review yourself, the way you want to go about it is clip the 1 to 2 minute sequence, put it in the Vault Questions channel, we can give you some feedback there, all right?
Awesome.
Very clear. Good luck in games, mate.
Sweet. Thanks very much.
No problem, no.